Hey everyone, this is Dan Bell, and I want to welcome you to the 4th episode of Checkout Time. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about our holiday another Dirty Room holiday special that we released. And with us is the one and only Rick Serra. Finally,
Rick!
Finally, he makes an appearance.
Only took 4 episodes.
It only took 4 episodes, but we've been very busy with the holidays and everything.
Life must go on.
You can follow Rick on Facebook. It's facebook.com/the Rick Serra. The Rick Serra. That's THE. And you can follow Will on Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook.com/Will Krupinski, KRUPINSKY. And those links will be provided for you in the comments below.
Okay.
So let's talk about this episode and filming it and everything else. We filmed both of these in one night.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to bring up, of course, is the rating that you guys... Okay, so in the second room at the Colonial Motel, I don't know what you both were thinking when you said... Rick, you rated it a 4, and then Will gave it a 4.5. You actually rated it higher than the first room, which was much cleaner and much nicer. I don't understand. I don't know if you were both tired...
I was going at that point by the bed itself, where the mattress wasn't dirty or falling apart. I still don't agree with the 4.5 I gave it now, but that bed was surprisingly clean.
Well,
once you got to the mattress.
Some of the things in the
Rick, you got to get closer to your mic. Get closer to the mic.
Some other things in the first room showed, there were like a relatively clean bathroom, which was not common to find.
True.
And some other things. So we really centered on the bed being the only thing that would have made it actually passable. And we should have taken a little more off rather than thinking we were right below 5.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
you're talking about at the Northeast Garden Inn?
Yeah, the whole scoring. I think.
Well, this hotel is actually difficult to rate, honestly, because the room was not that bad, but the mattress and everything about the bed was a total failure.
Yeah. Walking through the place, the front lobby, the person who looked like they were without a dress.
And you know what else was strange and unbelievable is that back parking lot was so... There was so much trash and
everywhere.
Leaves that had been piled up, it looked like, for years in the parking spots. And I'm like, does this place ever do any kind of maintenance work or anything? Like, it's just so dirty. But our room surprisingly looked like it had been at some point in the not too distant past that they had put new carpet in.
Some renovations.
New paint.
Right. Like they had done some work on the room. But the bed, I just don't understand the bed. I mean, if you're going to do the room and spend money putting stuff in the room, why would you have that mattress in there?
That mattress
ridiculous.
Split down the middle on the side.
Right.
I mean, that literally was one of the worst mattresses I've seen. And we did find out the mattress is from it was manufactured in 1987.
Right.
Yep.
So it was probably always a hotel mattress.
So what is that? Just under 30 years?
Yeah. I mean, it's 2017.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
It's 30 years.
And they're still using it. They're still getting mileage.
How many people have a mattress more than 10 years?
Not many.
No.
I mean, unless it's not used that often. But this mattress was heavily used.
Yeah.
What do you mean heavily used? How can you assess that?
It's a hotel mattress.
Yeah, but look at all the stains on it. Obviously, it's been used a lot.
Yeah.
Or I think it's always had its life in hotel rooms. Like, I mean...
Just every night.
It's been in a motel. It probably was in storage at some point. I mean, it was just horrible. It was the worst. Mm-hmm. So, Rick, why don't you go into a little bit of your background, like, as far... Because people... We discussed this on Facebook Live, on my Facebook page, but we talked about like your background and your work experience, and just let people know like what you do, because you do know a lot about bed bugs, and you know a lot about different molds and all that kind of stuff. So let people know like what it is that you do.
I'm a little older than I might look. I don't know what it has to do with anything.
I
know I look so young. You probably think I'm 40? I know, but I'm actually 57. So I graduated from the University of Maryland in 1981 with a bachelor's in science. I had a minor in agricultural engineering, and my major was conservation and resource development.
Okay.
So it was like ecology and some environmental economics and general sciences, and then a lot of life sciences, like and then also agronomy and soils and those type of things that you could apply to farming or to soil conservation. So that was my goal, was to actually go into soil conservation and try to help to, preserve our environment from sediment. And I never made that line of career path, unfortunately. Just everything was froze up, hiring at that time. So I ended up in industrial safety, and I mean like in a place where they were dealing with really heavy lumber, timbers, poles coming in. Did you have to break up bands of these poles, then treat them, and then send them out for telephone utility poles, stuff like that? So I've got a lot of that kind of a background in safety and industrial kind of applications. Then I got into toxics and pollution control, in terms of controlling like hazardous waste or controlling any type of release to the environment. Worked with government a lot. Worked in private consulting at times, about 2/3 government, 1/3 in private consulting. And I've been doing healthcare for the last couple of decades. So I've gotten into, unfortunately, looking at like community living situations, whether it would be a center for adults where they might go during the day, or assisted living, or other kind of, they call them residential care facilities, nursing homes, hospitals, also in terms of more advanced medical kind of facilities. And so it's all technical. It's understanding the rules of the game and applying when people don't meet them, and looking at this kind of filth that we'd see in a common motel room would be, you'd think, protected under like local codes, and it is, but you have to have people to enforce those ruls. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's what's short. There's not enough people to do that. I
think you said too, like when we were some of the rooms, I mean, you've said, especially like the El Rich, I mean, and by the way, I'm just going to put it out there, but the next 2 episodes of Another Dirty Room are going to knock your socks off. Like, you're not going to believe what we have found.
It's pretty crazy.
It's unbelievable. I'm not going to like go into it, but we shot, it's at the same place. We did one room, and I said, we have to do another room. This place is like too much.
So we went back a week later.
A week later and did another room, and it was worse, 10 times worse than the first room, which I thought was 10 times worse than the El Rich.
Yeah.
So get ready for that, because
we see this as is being shown right now, this mattress. I thought how horrible that was.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get over this mattress. I really couldn't. But back to what my point was, Rick. You're saying like a place like the El Rich, even though the room has blood splattered all over it and semen on the bed and stuff like that, there's no real health code violations.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to even get a case and to prosecute it. Get the judge that it deals with all kinds of general cases involving not just health or community hygiene, but that could be business and such
Jingle Bells. Look, see, Jingle Bells.
Jingle
Jingle Bells.
Of course, here I am using that obviously ridiculous tool that I never really need to use, but I bring it just for fun.
I could not believe
it. And I thought that it would be funny to pretend that I could see the word something Christmassy in there, and that was the first thing that popped into my head, so whatever.
Well, I'm glad it did, because
it's a good part.
Funny, I was ragging on you, but yeah, that was, I couldn't.
Well, when you're doing this,
he's like, Jingle Bells, and I was like, what is he talking? I couldn't figure out I was like, what are you talking about, Jingle Bells? And then I realized, he's talking like it's supposed to say Jingle Bells in the mattress.
Well, when we just hang out, we're friends anyway, and we'll have a good time just hanging out and just joking around and talking about different things. And then we bring in this, which is, you've got to be kind of serious in dealing with this stuff. Obviously, you could hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've had you'll see an incident with Rick in episode 5.
But
it's not. Well, we'll get it. We're not going to talk about what it is, but you'll see what happens.
You'll see it.
And keep them in suspense, man.
Well, it's how you get people to watch.
Come back next week and see.
But episode 5 is unbelievable. Episode 6 is going to be fucking unbelievable. I can't believe. I wish I could tell you guys what we found, but I can't. I just unbelievable. You won't believe it. Literally, you won't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like insane. But we have got to get away from that topic, because I'm so anxious. Like, I want to put out the.
Here we are. Look at the color change we got with this fecal smear.
Yeah, it's poop.
It got more brown.
A little blood.
But that's another thing, Rick. Like, people, like, there have been a few people who get like really upset when you say that a stain is what do you say, fecal material? Or no, now he's calling it BF.
Oh, yeah.
Bodily fluid. I'm just being funny.
There's no. Well, see, the
sir
thing is,
or ma'am, whoever that is that has a problem.
Well, there's many.
When
people.
you repeatedly observe the same thing over 20 plus years, you develop the affinity to be able to spot it instantly. It's like just wired into you now. If you had gotten to see the bodily fluids that I've seen in my time, you would recognize them as well.
Oh, so, that's a good point.
With all due respect, it's a learned skill. My detection is almost like Sherlock Holmes.
Rick is very angry. A very angry, miserable person.
How dare you question is that fecal material? How can you say? It might be chocolate.
Now, we did see a small cockroach in this room.
Oh, yeah, right there.
And there it is. And
it ran away quickly.
It did.
That was pitiful. Shot. I mean, if you want to see some roaches, we got to find a better place to go.
I know. I do want to find... Well, the room down in Texas was the worst for roaches, but we will find more roaches.
There's got to be one that's better.
I'm going to be getting a haircut soon, by the way. I'm looking a little raggy. I can see that.
Yeah. Do you guys think Rick looks raggy?
Yeah, I got to get that back cleaned up. Look at that. Oh, it's horrible. And it takes away from the bald spot. You probably enjoy the bald spot because Dan always tries to take a shot from behind of me looking away as much as he possibly can to show the thinning.
He thinks that I do that, and I don't.
On purpose.
Yeah, he thinks I do it on purpose, and I don't.
So this episode, I got to wear a hat to protect myself.
You should get some of that. I was watching old infomercials from the 90s for the Dead Mall series because I'm always looking for stuff.
I know where you're going.
And that Ron Popeil, the guy, the pitchman from the 90s who invented all that crazy stuff, he had that spray.
Topics.
It was called Topics?
Well, no, his was called...
Oh, okay.
I forget what his was called, but it basically, he just would spray the hair and...
Now, this was totally spontaneous. I didn't know that.
Yes.
And then Will had to copy.
Yeah.
You know what?
Rick looks like he's having fun.
This episode should have came out Christmas Eve, but I was so not... I just wanted a break. for this holiday.
I mean, this is so ridiculous. This is great.
I do love the still for the video of us jumping on the
bed. So basically, on the next episodes, we have some luminol tests that are pretty impressive, and we're going to probably start luminoling all the rooms that we go to from now on, just because
it's fun.
It's fun. It is really fun. It's actually really cool. So that will be coming up in the next 2 episodes, and I think what was the cleanest room so far? I'm trying to think what would be the cleanest.
I guess this one.
Yeah, I would have to say this one. If you didn't have the mattress in there, it would be,
everything else wasn't that bad.
If it just had a different bed, it would be fine.
Yep.
But this, as far as cleanliness, this is probably it. Because I was thinking the Super 8, but the Super 8 was disgusting.
Yeah.
When we went to the Colonial Inn, Rick was fading on us.
Yeah.
He was...
We made the mistake of having dinner and then going to film another scene.
Yeah, we went to have... I don't even remember where we ate or something. And then Rick was out of it after we ate. So now there's a new rule. There's no eating.
No eating.
Before we film.
We're being starved until we're done.
Damn Nazi.
Oh, shut up. Listen, we need you in tip-top shape. Mentally and physically.
Yes.
And you fail on both counts regularly.
I do enjoy, though, I like... Rick has a new segment coming up in the next few episodes, which I enjoy.
New segment is
I
good.
have to do it every episode.
We don't have to do it every episode, but I enjoyed it.
I think every episode's good. I really do. I think it's a good idea. But you guys will see what we're talking about. Rick just came up with this bizarre idea, and I thought, well, that's pretty funny, so... You'll see what we're talking about. But we do have a lot of fun filming these episodes. I mean, we really do. And it's fun. It's especially fun when we go somewhere that's
it's terrible.
A complete and utter shithole. What did he... Oh, Rick has his
he has his trusty...
Let me see. All right, so...
This is a preview.
Rick, and this is the... Hold on. This is the mouthwash. Rick carries this with him. It's a vanilla extract bottle. And I keep looking over here so I can see Rick. But I don't want people to think... I can't stand when people do videos and they're constantly looking at themselves, but I'm looking at Rick. But anyway, this right here is a vanilla extract bottle. And Rick has filled it with peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, about 6 ounces, right?
Yeah. And it's a makeshift flask.
Well, now pass it to Will if he might like it.
Sure, I'll take some. Can you hold my mic?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
I can do. Mic,
oh, it actually sounds good when I have both of them. Wow. Sounds
I love shoving that money through the hole. That's great.
There you go.
Thank you.
This is...
Thank you.
This was imitation extract. It wasn't the real stuff. But,
thanks for filling us in.
Wasn't real vanilla.
We
maybe it was. I just thought I'd say that.
Oh, and here's that 4.5 room that we're going into.
We'll never live it down.
I couldn't believe it. I should have just cut the camera and said, you guys need to reevaluate.
It's you guys need to take a moment.
Look at that. That's a 4.5 room.
Right, so other than that, I think this is the cleanest room we've ever been in.
Other than the cockroach.
Other than that, roach sighting. Look,
what about the bathroom?
People have grown up and had a few roaches in their house. And you know how you took care of it? That's how you took care of it. You just got used to getting them. You got quick.
Wait a minute. Wait. You're saying this is the cleanest room we've been to?
I think it is.
Are you joking? You're kidding.
Holy hell.
You're not being serious.
No.
As an overall average.
Rick,
what about the one we were just at?
Rick, you're fired.
Except for this shower.
It's pretty bad.
The shower does take
Okay, let me go down the list for you, okay? The shower was there was mold spores everywhere. Okay?
That was dissolved by mold.
It was mold spores. Look at the shower curtain.
Yeah.
Covered with mold spores.
Yes. I'm the one who showed that.
The Venetian blinds over the toilet were covered with at least 10 years, a decade of fecal
whatever
and everything else. There's graffiti in the bathroom calling someone a cum-guzzling whore. There's a list of Forever My Bitch on the other wall. There's a cockroach on the bed. We found semen and blood in the bed.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot some.
We had remnants. We had flecking from prior bed bug infestation on
look at the names. That's right. Yes.
Loki, Adi, and Lawal. What else? The chair. The chair in the room.
The noises from the other room
was covered with gook. That's the only reason I got the cockroach was because I was filming.
Okay, so
I was putting in the sounds from next door.
I think that I must have passed out, but I was there, and you can.
I mean, how can you say this is the cleanest room we've been to? Are you insane? The cleanest room we've been to is the one before this. This room was absolutely disgusting. You must have been on another planet when
I like doing this with the door because it made that click sound. So I did it a few times.
Rick was not. You were fading when we got here, and you were in some kind of a stupor. He was really tired. Toilet didn't flush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
But Rick's but the air conditioner was clean.
Look how clean that toilet tank is. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, wait till you see the toilet tanks at the other place.
I know. God.
Rick, there was semen all over the wall.
Yeah.
There was semen on the floor. There was semen everywhere. Right behind Will, next to that bedpost, was a whole thing dripping down the wall.
How do you know it's semen?
Because
it looked like it. It was.
What else would splash on the wall like that?
I don't know. Did you test it?
No,
we don't have our semen testers.
We don't have our semen testers yet.
Semen tester.
Isn't it great we can say that sentence? We don't have our semen testers
You're
yet.
You're doing those well. But my original idea was just to have each of us lick the semen, like we were in.
I don't.
Like it was in
do
Willy Wonka.
Is that cum?
Will doesn't do that. I don't do that, but.
What is a snozberry? It's a snozberry. You ever heard of a snozberry? But yeah, it would be like lickable wallpaper.
I'm sure it lost all its flavor by the time you tried to get around to that.
Oh,
I think some of it might have been pretty fresh.
It's making me sick. Please.
What if you licked the sheet? The vagina stain on the sheet.
There may be people willing to pay for that.
You can add your name to Forever My Bitch.
Oh, that's a positive right there.
You can write it in yourself.
Yes.
Positive for blood.
So
our first positive.
We had a positive for blood.
For blood right there, yes.
That was actually pretty cool.
That
awesome.
was very cool.
It's just cool that these forensic materials...
I mean, the thing is, it was such a tiny little stain.
I know.
Yeah.
It was insignificant. You're going, I think it's blood. I'm thinking to myself... It's something else. It's coffee. It's Coca-Cola, whatever. And it's blood.
It's blood. It's so cool that we're able to use these tests, these forensic tests, to do this stuff. I mean...
We know for sure.
Yeah, we're able to test for drugs. We're able to test for blood. We're able to luminol the room. I mean, and it really adds a nice element to the show, I think.
We only used... luminol one time
so far,
and then
we've used it twice now.
Well, yeah,
but and then in the next episodes you'll see that we are improving technique.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Give Dan credit for that.
The luminol tests in the first episode, in episode 5, I'm probably only going to put those on as
bonus
extras because on checkout time because I was completely not thinking we were going to do luminol tests. Why wouldn't we do a luminol test in every room?
I don't know.
I don't know what I was thinking. I just think because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
that I was like, well, if we test blood and we find blood with the tester, then we'll use luminol.
You should definitely show the reaction we got that we were first surprised by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
I'll explain what happened.
I'll show it. I'll show it. Some of it in the
because it was pretty intriguing when it happened. We were like flipping out.
It was awesome.
Well, the thing that got me was so I'll tell you this: we luminoled a sink, and it lit up like a disco ball. And I thought because luminol can be set off by certain bleaches, and so that's why I'm like, I don't want to do bathrooms or sinks because it can be a false result. But then we went to another room in the same place and sprayed the sink and found nothing. But we did find, I'm not
going any further.
Yeah,
we found some of the most amazing things with the luminol. But
yes,
there is a problem apparently.
And the chore boy is, like I said, I didn't put the part in when I said that people use it for crack pipes, but that's what people use the chore boy pads for. They use it to stuff into a crack pipe, so you can put the crack on top of it.
And the copper stuff?
A little screen.
It's making me wince when I see him doing that with a...
Ew, and then yeah.
But we're going to have some very interesting stuff coming out. Now,
I love that you cut right to the common wall.
This is blacklit.
I just was messing with Dan.
What'd you say?
I was doing nothing effective with those tweezers. It was strictly to just look like I was.
Really?
Yes, for sure. And I didn't even dislodge one fleck. I'm working with these tools, and I figured if you want a videotape, what the heck? You might think.
So you're just pretending.
Movie magic.
Sometimes I am.
Rick's bringing movie magic.
That's a great thing to tell the audience. I'm just pretending to look for the fleck.
And then other times I'm collecting actual things.
Rick is just playing a detective. Unbelievable. I when I'm filming, I think, he's really like trying to get some material off.
Actually, get some really good tools. I think
some actual tools.
Well, I can. I mean, I can get you.
With my
like,
tools,
why don't you, Rick? Why don't you find a kit that you like, and I will order it for you? Because if there's something that you need, we have to work out in the show budget. I mean,
oh my God.
And I want to say this, like, so I know I don't want to like keep plugging away at this, but everyone who supports us on Patreon, I cannot even tell you how grateful I am, because we would not be able to do the show without Patreon. There's just no way, because I can't. The channel can't cost me money. Like, I just can't do it, because the channel doesn't really make that much money. But with the donations or the pledges, I should say, we're able to buy the stuff we need. I'm able to to pay Rick and Will for each episode, and it just helps us so much. So if you are a supporter of us on Patreon, thank you so much, because I love this show, and I just I don't think if I did anything else, I think I'd be just happy doing this for the rest of my life. We'll be 80 years old.
Going to dirty rooms.
With Rick's corpse.
Weekend at Bernie's 3.
But I mean, I love doing this. I mean, it's like everything I've always wanted to do. I just love...
if you'd make me into a table and you would do all of your checkouts with my body right there, that would be fine.
Like check out like these, and your body is a table right here.
Like I'm here under the keyboard and everything, and maybe my head somewhere here, so you have to like sort of fillet me and just pull me out and have my head like in the middle.
Okay,
like a Rick skin rug.
Rick skin rug, yeah,
exactly. That would be
a Rick skin rug. But
I want you to edit on me, Dan.
It really it helps us tremendously, and we would not be able to do the show without it. There's just no way. I mean, it just helps us so much. So I want to thank everyone for doing that. It really... sometimes I can't believe it. I'm just like, why? Who would give us money to make this show? But it's just so nice everyone's enjoying it. And You know, I mean, there is people on the channel who are like, "Oh, I wish you'd do more abandoned stuff," but the majority of you are enjoying this.
Yes,
and
thank you for the support, guys.
Yes, and that is that's what I wanted to hear. So, anyway, the world's most disgusting chair.
I think so.
Can you imagine the germs? Oh, you know what I'd really like to get? I really want one of those things, the swab things, and you put it in that little machine.
Oh, it tells you what
measures bacteria thing. I really want one, but they're so much money. They're like $1,500. There's just no way. Unless we could find a place that sells them that want to sponsor us.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who sells those? We'll take
Please contact us.
We'll even give it back. We just need it for the show. Like, let us just use it.
We'll take any kind of equipment for environmental sampling.
Yes. Yeah, like if you guys have equipment that you think would be good for the show, we could definitely
send it on in.
Digital psychrometer.
Use it. Or if you sell it, we could give you a plug on the show. Mm-hmm. We're looking for
maybe a trace gas system, a sampler, or maybe
to find
get trace gases at different types.
That would be interesting.
And use little tubes, or maybe
these are all pipe dreams. We will not get these unless we end up on television.
If you get one whole package that has everything that Rick just described,
like a gift basket,
yeah.
Everything that we need would be so awesome. But I mean, we've gotten far thus far with just getting the stuff that we need. It's a slow process.
Keep it on the down low.
Yeah, I feel like we've been adding new things every few episodes.
Yeah, we add new things as the episodes progress. So we're just trying to keep this thing moving. But it's working. It's working.
What would people like us to do that we haven't done as part of our other episodes?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like if you guys have suggestions, if you have suggestions for things that you'd like to see on the show, like us do. I know some people want us to check out the televisions.
Yeah. Functionality tests, which are kind of boring, though. I mean, the only reason I don't put them in is because, we do functionality tests from time to time.
And usually they don't function.
Right. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it kind of slows things down. I'm trying to, you'll notice from the first episode to now, it's kind of like I'm doing quicker cuts to kind of keep it moving faster. So
think what would make you very uncomfortable.
Yes.
If this was the case, and
if you found this,
what are these things that how about a bed that feels like it's damp? The mattress
let me tell you something.
Oh God!
Wait until you guys see the next episode. I mean, it is a horror movie. In real life, unbelievable this place.
We went there the first time it was dark, and the second time it was light, just as sketchy. Even when it's not dark.
Scariest motel ever. Scary. I mean, I'm talking really scary.
This is a place where people stay and they walk because that's all they do. They walk.
Right. I mean, normally. Remember I walked... so when we were there in the day, I was walking up to the front door to check in, and this guy walked past me, and he looked really scary. I mean, he looked like somebody... he looked like he had been in jail. And he wagged his tongue at me as he walked by.
Oh, my God.
I was like, oh, my God. I mean, because my reaction is always I start laughing. I got to check the footage and see if I got him.
I love this.
Well, that guy also just was staring me and Rick down.
I appreciate that. I guess I gained it all back, but I'd lost about 25, 30 pounds. Felt great. I'm 57, and look at me just jumping up on a mattress and dancing around. That felt pretty good.
Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for watching. Stick around. We're going to have some bonus footage, and wait until not next Friday, but the Friday after. Episode number 5. 5 and 6. Blow you away.
5 and 6.
Thank you all very much for watching. Will. What?
Oh my God.
What is that?
It comes from all the way up here.
It certainly comes from somewhere.
Oh my God.
Okay, we got to. I need to get the opening shots. We haven't even. All right, let me get this real quick.
I was just wondering, is it just the plastic? Yeah.
Look, I love this. They still have the tag on it from when they bought it. The Grodells.
I guess they leave these here for the summer if people want to sit outside. It looks like one of those kind of places, you know.
Give you good amenities.
All right.
So we have a bedside table. Nothing obvious. Not easily removed. Never mind. No biggie in there.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's look inside of this treasure chest. Oh!
Hey.
Why would they have this in here?
I don't. Who's using this in the 2 hours?
I mean,
It's all really clean.
yeah, nobody touches it.
It's one. It's pretty cool.
Whatever the hell that is.
It's just where. Looks like where. I don't get this
There's
place
nothing. It's like
Nothing
pressed
at all.
paper.
Why would they have this here?
This is like the only thing clean in the whole place.
Yeah. Are you smoking a cigarette?
Yes.
Oh, lucky you. You're so fortunate.
Rick never stopped.
I just.
Oh, I think we go in this way.
Rick never stopped.
I just.
Oh, I think we go in this way.
Rick never stopped.
I just.
Oh, I think we go in this way.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we go up here.
Is it 2 seconds?